way different than breaking in as an artist. The only thing they have in common is they are both frustrating as hell. Also, they are extremely awesome if you do it. Rule number one, I can tell everybody that the biggest word I talked about in my last panel is the term that you guys should all remember is cross-pollination. The more people you know, the more projects you do, the more you get out there, the more people will remember you, know you, and work with you. People don't usually like working with new people. They don't like to start out on the ground floor with somebody they don't know, because there are a lot of people in the industry that will tell you that they know what they're doing. They will tell you that I will tell you that I know exactly what's going on, and in reality, a lot of them aren't really sure. It's like, and anytime a comic industry company, like if you're looking for a bigger, like Marvel and DC, if you walk up to them, will not talk to you. They'll pat you on the head and they'll send you on your way. They'll be nice about it, but they will not take you seriously. You won't have that, hi, you've never heard of me, this is my work. They'll look and say, nice, keep working, because that's not how they work. Marvel and DC headhunt. They look for the people that are out there doing the jobs. They look for the people that work for IDW. They look for the people that are at Zenescope. They look for the people at Dark Horse, Image. That's where they find the people. If you can prove that you can rock an independent book, then you have an awesome chance. The best example lately was John Wayne. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Image Comics Chew. Has anybody ever seen that? John Layman just last year got hired to write The Dark Knight. I think The Dark Knight or one of the Batman books. Out of the blue, boom, it just suddenly, opportunity hit. Chew was one of the best-selling Image books for a while. That's how he got that opportunity. And as we were talking, because we were at a table next to each other at one of the conventions, he said that he had been talking to DC for the past 5 years, over and over, showing their work. That looks great. Showing the work, this looks great. Finally, it got to a point where Chew was doing so well, they needed somebody to do something different in the Batman books. They need a little bit more vitalization. They want to get some fresh new blood. They said, hey, we know Layman, he sells. Hi, John, we'd like to talk to you about doing this book. And that's how he got it. I'm still waiting for that phone call. I've talked to DC several times. Actually, recently I just had a meeting with 7 different editors at New York Comic Con and Dan Didio, the head editor-in-chief of DC. And it was very positive. Everyone pretty much said, we will use you as soon as an opportunity hits. So basically right now, I am waiting for somebody to get off the boat. I'm waiting for a writer to not finish the project. I'm waiting for a writer to walk off the project and they suddenly need to fill that spot. I'm one of the contenders for it. And at that point, once you get to that point, then you have to work your ass off to stay. Because one little mistake, gone. And you hear it a lot, and the longer you're in, the further you build, the better chance you have of staying where you're at. Everything's about a fan basis. It's like the best media tool we all have right now is Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. I hate Twitter. I really hate Twitter. I have a Twitter account, and every once in a while, anybody on my Facebook will see a Twitter post pop up. It's because I keep getting told by the people I'm working with that I really need to do Twitter. So I waste Twitter by putting little random comments. Just recently, the most random comment I put out was, one of my friends recently told me that I'm delusional. I mean, really? I damn near fell off my uniform when I heard it. I tell you, you put stuff like people laugh, but at least I put something on there. The only Twitter I've ever followed was when Joss Whedon was filming Avengers, because then I was like, today we're filming this. I'm like, cool. So that's the only time that, and when I was following C.D. Sapolsky for a while, because at first his Twitter feed was awesome because he was giving everybody hints. Not if everybody knows him, he's the main recruiter for Marvel Comics. He's the guy that you want to be best friends with. He's the guy that can make you a career. We became friends a little bit at the conventions. I got to know him. I started following his Twitter feed because he was giving a lot of advice. Since then, he's become more of a food critic than an advice giver, I've noticed. So I kind of stopped following his Twitter feed. And I fully believe that I now know everything he has to tell me. I just have to apply it. I'm thinking the best way to cover things is I started out publishing my own books. I did my own novels because as a writer and an artist, I can't do a comic book by myself. And you can work with other artists and you can get it there. You run into headaches. A lot of times you can put out the best looking book in the world and try to get somebody to publish it and look at it, but can you do it like this? Like the editors are tricky. A lot of people complain about editors, and a lot of times they're right. But the editor's job is to know what's going to sell, what's going to happen. And without editors, the industry will not be where it is. So you do have to be cool with your editors. Even if you think they're a jerk, you have to be cool. I said before, I've worked with a bunch of editors now, and most of them have been awesome. I have very few complaints about editors. I have seen other people with complaints with editors. I've been lucky so far. But I'm also very adaptable. I'm going in open-minded. If you walk into the industry and you say, I'm going to do this, you're not likely going to make it. Unless you have like a whole lot of money you can do it yourself. It's like, if you want to get in the industry, you have to adapt. I mean, one of my friends like, oh, well, apparently you're just prepared to sell out. I'm not selling out, I'm selling up. And it does happen. I'm right now most known for the comic script that I've done. We did the 6 issues, now it's in the trade paperback. I got that phone call on Thanksgiving Day. It's Tyler Curtin calls me and says, I want to do a modern Frankenstein, and I want a female monster, and I want it to be like grindhouse horror. It's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do superheroes. I want to do Batman. I want to do Daredevil. I want to do this stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay, because this is Tyler Curtin, he works for DC Comics. So we started the project. By the time we were done, I fell in love with the project because it brought it to life. It came together. I'm very proud of what we did, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. And horror comics aren't what I wanted to do, but they're selling. So right now, I'm building up, I'm getting a name, I'm getting all kinds of projects all over the place, and I'm taking as many projects as I can. But once you get to a certain point, you do have to realize that you have to pick the projects. Because if you start to rise and you pick a project that's really below what you should be doing, it's going to notice. People are going to see it and they're going to, what's this? Just recently, I did a comic book when I first started for a guy, and he did a novel series and then he wanted comic adaptations. I did the book, I wrote the script for him, and he started to use it, and then he stopped using it. 4 years later, I'm now a publisher, I'm professional, I'm working for all these people, I'm in the door at several places. DC and Marvel recognized me, even though they haven't hired me yet. I'm in place, I am right there, and I'm within a year of breaking into the big two. It's a one, eventually here, I am ready. I'm personally in place, I'm ready. That's the hardest part, is to be ready. That phone call hits up there. I can't wait for that. And that's anybody that wants to come, I think that's where you're at too. To actually look and realize that you're there is freaky. I mean, you actually realize that the people that you were idolizing, oh, someday I want to be Brian Bendis. Oh, someday I want to meet this Matt Hawkins. I want to meet these guys. When all of a sudden you realize that you just had breakfast with Brian Bendis and you had a full conversation that was in both directions, that's when you stop and you realize that I'm there. And it's cool. It's amazing. When you get to that point and you work for those two, you're still going to be doing what you do. You're not going to walk in and take over Superman and be like, I'm going to completely change everything because editorial will go, no, you're not. You're going to write what we let you. And it can be, I've seen a lot of people break. I've seen a lot of people that are like, I'm going to take this by storm. If it was that easy to take the industry by storm, it would be happening every day. The last time the industry was really taken by storm, Robert Kirkman, Walking Dead, Invincible, turned everybody on their ear. In horror comics were okay. Walking Dead, horror comics are now everywhere. I mean, it's the big seller. Before that, I really think it was the Image book was the other big thing. I mean, they came out, the artists stepped out and said, we're doing things our way. People loved it. But that was such a huge chance, they could have all lost everything. So taking the industry by storm doesn't happen as much as you think. But don't ever do that out there. I mean, if that's what you want to do, if you have your idea, do it. Just realize that for the first several years of your career, once you get into it, you're going to be working for the man. And some people can handle it, some people can't. So, and I'm not going to try to crush dreams. I definitely don't want you guys to stop. Anybody who wants to do this, do it. As I've said it before, it's like if it's your passion, do it. Eventually, you will get to do it your way. Right now, like I said, I'm to a point where my dream project I can't do yet, but I can now bring way more of myself into the projects I am doing. When I started Screwed, I had this character named Suture that I really wanted in there because he brought some comic relief, he brought some psycho to it, and he really added to the villains. And the first thing Tyler said when he read the script was, do you really need this guy? I'd really like to cut this guy out. And I had to fight with him. I had to argue with him. I could have lost an argument, but I convinced him that this guy was going to be the most popular character in the entire book. And at issue 4, we actually broke a record. I don't know if anybody who's familiar with Zenescope at all. You guys, they're really known for their fairy tales and their early covers. And Screwed number 4 had Suture on the cover by himself, just him. And it was was the first Zenescope book in history to have a male on the cover with females on it. And it was the first cover to sell out. Nobody saw that coming. Because each issue came out with 3 covers. And we all figured that the 2 girls kissing cover would be the fastest one to sell out. Suture was gone. It's like the conventions is sold out first, online is sold out first, and the stores was gone. So we really hit something awesome. And that's really what put me where I'm at now. Because people will look at Screwed and they're going, this is the guy I want on my project. And so I'm picking up a lot of projects now. I'm really excited. I'm working with Big Dog Inc. again. They're not a huge company, but they put out a great product. If you guys are ever looking for fun superhero stuff, they got it. They got some horror stuff now. They put out a good product. They're a lot of fun. You have to kind of order them because they're not shipped everywhere. Like not everybody stocks it. But I worked with them. They were one of the first ones to actually publish it. And it was a one-shot story. And I pitched it. They liked it. They did it. And then I waited a whole year before I actually heard from them again. And now all of a sudden, now they're back with me again. Like, we want you this, this, and this. Now, when I send my stuff to Marvel again, because I do this at least once a year, I send them my stuff. This is what I've been doing. This is where I'm at. When I send them that, now they're going to see I have another Big Dog Inc. book, which tells them that I've been out, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, and I've come back to this group again, and I can come back to this other group again. They all want us to work. That is huge, because at that point, that's when they realize if they're willing to work with this guy again, then he must be doing something right. And it does help. It works. I touched on this on my other panel. There's a lot of people out there. I like to take an approach to the comic industry that other people don't take. It's a creative industry. You want to do something that's going to make them remember. And the biggest thing is when I send my pitch books, my pitch packets out to these people, I know who they are, I've already met them, so I'm not blind sending, but I will send a treat, like Debbie's cookies, something to see that you know that you didn't tamper with, and then you send them a cover letter. Dear Cebulski, this is what I've done since the last time I talked to you. I'm still working hard. Do me a favor, while you eat the snack, take a look through my books. He contacts me every time because he always says, that was great, thank you, you're getting that. It's like, keep it up. The last time I got a message from him, he sent me a message back saying, I can't wait for you to send this, I can't wait for you to send that. Get these done, send them to me, I want to see them because I believe you're there. I believe you're ready. P.S. I'm hungry. So he remembers. So now I'm ingrained in his head, he remembers me as a snack guy. And it's like, I see him at a convention, it's like, hey, what's up? He's like, what do you got to eat? It works. So it's little quirky things like that, things that you can do that will make them remember you. Don't piss them off, don't put confetti in the letter. Don't do that. Because then they will have to sweep their office. Not a way to endear yourself. I've actually heard of somebody do that. It's like they sent a birthday card to him along with their stuff and it had confetti and glitter in the card and he opened it up over his desk. Yeah. Needless to say, they probably did not get a phone call back. The other thing I can tell you is hit the conventions, meet the people, know who you're going after, know your companies. Don't go to Zenescope, who's known for fairy tales and horror and dark gothic, and try to sell them a Pokemon comic. It's not going to work. You need to know who you're selling to. If they ask you, are you familiar with our work? Google it, research it. You don't have to buy it. Just look into it so you know what they're doing. Try to know who's at the table so that you can identify with them, and that'll help. If you walk up, I don't know anything about your company, but I'm a really good writer. Check out my stuff. Awesome, cool, look at it. And I've seen that happen too. When you do meet people at a convention, you start talking to them, and they're paying attention, they're listening to you as you talk. Great. When they do this, when they start to do this, you're done. And it's like, so make your smooth exit, because you don't want to be that guy that you're going to go, like, I've seen this too. I've actually been on the other end of this because at this point, I'm not a guy that can get somebody a job. I'm not a guy that can say, your art is great, listen, let me do this. I can introduce you, but I can't hire you. And you get people that don't understand that, and I didn't understand it when I started either. They'll come up and they'll talk to you, and they'll try to show you your work, and you're like, yeah, this is really cool, this is really cool. I can get to my panel, this is really cool, that they're still I had a guy that was talking about the new Star Wars comic series at a horror convention, and I had absolutely no interest in the conversation, but you know, I'll talk to him. 45 minutes, I really wanted to rip my own face off. And when I saw him coming around again the next day, I conveniently found a way to not be at the table, just in case he came over to talk again. Nothing against the guy, but he didn't know when to stop, and I couldn't chew off my own arm right away. So don't be that.
Toxic Pop has a new Facebook page. Like it to see pictures and keep informed about our upcoming events and videos. A link is in the description. Go to www.facebook.com/toxicpop1.